We may not together be able to figure that out when it comes to cloths, but we can figure it out when it comes to jewelry. And that's just a little inside joke. All right, so let's talk about a bangle. Who doesn't love a bangle? Gotta love a bangle, right? This is oval cut bangles, and I learned this when I was years ago when I was in Italy. I had an opportunity to go to a bangle factory, which all those factories are just amazing when you see how much handwork. Usually a round bangle is much easier to produce because when they actually create something like this, it's harder to get it into the oval shape. However, for you, it translates to a much more comfortable fit that's not going to flip around. Just get that out of the way. 5 Easy Pays at $110 will get this home. This also has Q card special financing to the tune of 12 months. That's why I told you your Q card, your QVC credit card would be important during this hour, so keep that in mind. All right, we have small, we have average, we have large. Since that's sort of a little bit more difficult to be able to describe, I would say if you normally in a chain bracelet were 6 3/4 inches, then you'd need the small. If you are a 7 1/4 inch gal in a bracelet like I am, a tennis bracelet, a chain bracelet, whatever it may be, then the average. And if you're more comfortable and you need a little bit more room, we got you covered in the large, which would be someone who might wear an 8 inch. Just so that you know. The back side of this will be all sterling silver and beautifully done, but that's not the part that you're looking at. The part that you're looking at is this absolutely gorgeous collection of Tanzanite emerald cut, which is trending, as they like to say, the emerald cut, but a very expensive. Anytime you put fancy to a cut, you know you're going to pay more for it. And it has micro pave diamonds in between to the tune of 1/10 of a carat, all in sterling silver, 2 carats and 82 points, at least 2 carats and 82 points on this. Jeff, this is such a pretty bangle.
It is, absolutely. And these are emerald cut. So these are not only what I mentioned before, if you were tuning in earlier, emerald cuts means that it came from the best part of the rough. Not only is this an incredibly rare and difficult gemstone to find, but the emerald cuts always come from the finest quality of the rough because you can see straight through it. So you need it to have rich, dark color. You need it to have 0 inclusions, no blemishes, because it's that open window to see through it. But what you rarely ever see, it's the first time we've ever done it, just so you know, you never see an emerald cut that has no prong. So this is all bezel set. When you run your fingers across this, ladies, there is no edges. There is no sharp edges or gaps. It's almost hard to tell where the gemstone ends and the metal begins. It is super smooth, not going to snag on anything, not going to ever come out of the setting. It is a perfect design for a bracelet of a rare gem like Tanzanite.
It's so great to have you here, Jeff. Makes me so excited to hear all the details on it because that's the kind of thought. I mean, these just aren't churned out. There's a lot of conversation, a lot of thought, a lot of back and forth till we get exactly the way we want it. And you are getting 5 months at $110 to get this home. As I said, it will be on average 2 carats and 82 points in this beautiful bangle, the only bangle of the show. And yes, it's the perfect companion to the tennis bracelet, any tennis bracelet you may have.
And that's a great example when you put the two together and people say, well, why is one $550 and one's $1,500? Well, it's the size of the stone. When you have a larger stone, the price goes up. You know, that's really the carat weight goes